All right, guys, we're going to go for the first spirited drive since I've had the G80. Unfortunately, taking delivery of any performance car in the winter is not fun. So ever since the first week I owned the car, I was running it on all seasons. Wasn't really pushing the car because the temperatures were so low. They're below 40, 30, in the 20s, and they're throwing a lot of salt on the road. So today, it's low 50s today. It was actually 59 before I got up here. Tires are warmed up. Everything's good. So I'm going to get the car set up, and I'm going to do a POV drive. Another thing, too, that I noticed, you could turn off the burbles with this button here. So I'm going to turn that off now. We got the Dahler Controller, got the exhaust valves open, and I'm just going to drive through this road. This is a road that I use on a lot of my videos for several years, and primarily just want to see what this car could do. You know, with the summer tires, the DINAN Monoballs, a custom alignment, full REMUS exhaust, custom shifter, and we have the RaceChip GTS Black. And this car definitely could have used more power, so I'm really happy with the way the RaceChip is, and I'll do a video specifically on that soon. Also, I'm sitting a bit lower today in this video just because I want to try to get a better POV for you guys. So it's a little awkward. I hope I don't slip off the pedals and miss the clutch, but I'm going to do my best. So we'll see how we do right now. And this is a pretty challenging road coming up here. And I will tell you, the DINAN Monoballs made a huge difference on the steering. There's a lot of blind spots over here. So this is, like I said, the first time I'm driving this car on this road. And I know this road pretty well because I've done a lot of videos over the years. So far, the car feels balanced, it feels neutral. I had the suspension in sport, steering in comfort, brake in sport, M dynamic mode. It's definitely loud in here, but that's what I like. Wow, this car, I gotta say, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, what I love. One thing I don't like right now is the brakes. I think I need more aggressive brake pads for a road like this. If I was going to do this on a regular basis, I just don't think these pads got enough in them. Man, the chassis feels freaking good. So we're on H&R Sport Springs. Nothing else done except the monoballs, the DINAN Monoballs up front, and this FedEx guy almost tried to take me out. That was scary. One thing I tell you, this suspension in this car is damn good. Really neutral, very balanced. It doesn't feel sketchy like my Alfa Romeo did. And the thing is, with the Alfa Romeo, it's very, very different rear suspension with the multi-link, and it had like that rear steer effect. This car is definitely a lot easier to drive at the limit, or, you know, when you're pushing it, it gives you a little bit more confidence than the Alfa. The Alfa, you had to have a big set of balls to push that car in the street, which I don't mind. I think that's part of the character and charm of that car. But this thing is just, I mean, for the size of this car, this car's about 3,840 pounds. For the size of this car, this is super, super impressive. Wow. Oh my God, it was so nice to get the all-season tires off this car. I couldn't take them anymore, and I was just dying to see, you know, how good this car feels compared to the Alfa, because I've been driving that for over 4 years, and my GT350R and the GT500 and the Ferrari. So this is like a new experience. First time I'm on this road in this car. Man. Yeah, she feels nice. Wow. Really, really impressed. The one thing about the monoballs, I'll do another video on, I'll show you guys how the monoball goes together. When you hit bumps, it is a little bit harsher. That's the one negative. But when you're in the steering, when you put a little bit of steering input, you can actually feel the front of the car, the inside of the tire kind of bite into the ground. Like the transitions are immediate. There's no delay, there's no numbness. Of course, I get behind a utility truck, probably because I'm doing like double the speed that I should be doing on this road. But overall, this is pretty impressive. Wow, really impressive. I'm just wondering if I should change any of the settings, but I think I got the settings pretty good. I'm just gonna pull back, let this guy go a little bit. Nobody behind me. I'm hoping that truck in front of me just turns off, because this road goes down for several miles. It's a lot of fun, as you guys can see probably in the video. You know, it's crazy, like when you take a delivery of a car and it's winter, if you live in the Northeast or in the Midwest, and you know, you're kind of like dying to drive the car and kind of see what the car could do, but it's scary. You can't be on summer tires when the roads are, you know, below zero. It's just really dangerous. But now the temperatures are fine. The tires are 80, 86 degrees in the front, because I keep that gauge open on my display because I can't really stand the rest of the display aesthetic, so I just leave my tire pressures always open. And this guy's just moseying along. So what I might do is I might just loop this back, because there's no traffic on the back end. Let's loop this back. At least I know there's nobody on this side. I got the whole road to myself. So a little bit of wheel spin right there. Back felt a little loose. I'm going to tell you one thing. The manual transmission really changes the whole driving dynamic of this car. I don't care what anybody says. The competition, all-wheel drive is faster, whatever. I don't care. I rather have the manual just because of the rarity and the more involved driving experience. I mean, like this car, man, I could feel the suspension load up. And it handles the bumps pretty good at speed. You just got to be careful. It doesn't ever feel like the back of the car is going to do a crazy hop like the GT350 chassis. Here's a bump right here. It just goes right over it. It's good shock tuning, that's for sure. I am having a blast. Woo! Listen, if I lived closer to these roads, I would just do this every day. I would do drive videos every single day, just for fun. But I don't get a chance to come up to this road all that often because I'm so busy. But you guys are coming along for a drive. Hopefully this POV comes out good. I played around with the settings on the camera to see if the sunlight doesn't blow out the visual. Doing this early on in the day, hopefully that I don't create enough noise that the authorities come after me, because this car on the outside is extremely loud. Pothole. only good thing about like New York is like if you go north, you do get some good roads that aren't as busted up as living closer to the city, but you know, that's the only good thing we got. Let's see, where are we going? Woo! Yeah, this car feels good. I just can't believe that the summer tires made this much of a difference. So like that little vague numbness, like look, you could see steering is like super reactive now. And I'm just used to that with the Alfa, you know, coming from the Alfa Romeo with the insane Ackerman angle that car had. But I like that. So the monoballs definitely are worth doing, even though the labor was a little bit of a bitch. And I'll discuss that in a specific video in the future. But yeah, this thing feels good. Tightening up the shifter was definitely worth doing. I think if you have a manual, that's got to be like one of the most immediate things you got to do on this car. Let me see. Oh, hold on. I think this is where, that's where I came in from, right? All right, let's loop it back. Off course there. Really blind spot. You got to be careful. If you hit this at high speed, somebody's coming up, you could clip them real easily. But man, this car feels good. Like I said, I do wish it was smaller in size by like a lot. I wish it was 2 feet shorter and probably 500 pounds lighter. And then again, I just might as well just go get a GT4, right? But for what it is, I mean, for a larger 4-door performance sedan, you know, having the smaller motor up front, the inline 6 versus like the bi-turbo V8, which is definitely a lot more weight over the nose versus like an M5. I think this has a better front end than the M5. It's a little sharper. I get a little bit more feedback. But yeah, this thing is good, man. So I'm gonna pull over in a couple of minutes and we'll conclude the rest of this drive video. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna let the camera roll and get this Volvo in front of me to, I'm just gonna hang tight, pull it back for a minute. Yeah, this car is loud, man. This car is loud. I mean, these are really tight, sharp transitions right here. Yeah, the brakes are the one thing that I think we need to improve on. It's not the pedal feel, it's just I like a little bit more bite in my brakes. So that's where I think we got to go up to a much more aggressive brake pad. That's the only negative so far from taking this drive just now with you guys. The only complaint I feel as far as what I need to improve on is the braking system. You know, just get a much more aggressive pad. Just pull over off road. We'll conclude this video. But other than that, this car feels phenomenal. The chassis, the steering response now with the monoballs is perfect. I don't think I want it any faster or more reactive. I think it's good where it is. I do think like I said, the Pilot Sport 4S is a great tire. I don't think it's the ultimate tire. I think this car with the Cup 2s or the Cup 2s that come off the CSL or a Corsa would probably be better, okay, in terms of like the reactivity and the whole chassis. But this is all that I was able to get. These are the ones that have the star on the side, so these are the OEM BMW fitment. So other than that, it feels good. The shifter, Rouge Engineering, they're making something different for the shifter. I'm going to probably do an install and be doing some beta testing on that soon just to make this even better. Alcantara steering wheel, it's a no-brainer. It just feels better in your hands. Overall, the car feels really good. considering that I'm on low ring springs, I'm not on a full coilover suspension that's like adjustable and set up. I think for a street-driven car to hit back roads, 4-door practicality, manual transmission, this car really, I don't care how it looks, it checks off a lot of freaking boxes for me. It really does. And like I said, it's a BMW. It's not, you don't simulate BMW with like a sexy Italian car or like, it's just not. You're buying it for the engineering, you're buying it for the performance, and in this particular case, you're really buying it for the drive, and this car drives phenomenal. So thanks again for coming along for the drive. I'm going to try to do some more drive videos on all my cars as the temperatures warm up, and now we get on into the spring. So it should be a lot of fun, and I really enjoy doing these videos the most. And if you guys like watching these videos, post in the comments below, and I'm going to find some more routes up north and also up in Connecticut, and I'll take you guys along for a POV drive and talk, and we'll talk some more about whether it's this car, the Shelby, the Porsche, whatever car I'm working on or driving, we will go up on a cool ride, and you guys will come along. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one soon.